I have a small following of 3K subscribers here on my YouTube channel, yet I was able to generate $7,100 in 5 days for my online B2B company. I'm going to show you exactly how you can do the same because this does not matter about followers or subscribers. It matters about the philosophy behind why this works. So I'm going to show you how you can replicate this. Any business in any country online can replicate this. The philosophy of why this works, so you can understand the principles about making people buy through YouTube. The AI content funnel, which makes this happen with efficiency, the 3-step process. Mistakes to avoid, that I see a lot of people making. And then finally, the 3 steps for starting ASAP. You could literally start doing this tomorrow, start generating an insane amount of cash for your business. This is including $4,600 cash collected, $1,500 cash guaranteed in the future. And this is not even including the 3K retainer that we're about to sign, 2 3K packages for our coaching program, and also another $2,800 AI project that all rolled in the same week from a small YouTube channel. Guys, it's insane what you could do. Let's break down how this is possible and how this works. So proof of replication, guys, I'm not going to sell you something or teach you something that doesn't work for every single business if you put in the effort. This requires effort. This requires consistency, but I guarantee you can make this happen, right? This will book you 10 to 30 sales calls every single month. And if you're good at what you do, sales calls are easy to close. Let's say you're even closing at around 20, 30%. You're selling something high ticket. That is a lot of money every single month from YouTube alone. And it doesn't matter how many followers or subscribers you have. This works for agencies, coaches, SaaS founders, solopreneurs, freelancers, and more, right? Again, we replicated this success across multiple businesses in multiple different niches in multiple different countries. Ibrahim here did 10K. People booking 40 sales calls with 300 subscribers, people blowing up their channels, people getting calls with their very first video. So this works, guys, regardless. And I have another video that'll pop up on the screen here. Booked 35 calls in the last 23 days using these exact same strategies. Let's get into why this works so well. If you don't understand why this works, then you'll never be able to apply it to your business. So thousands of people, and this should make you mad in some cases, depending on how successful and how well your business is operating. Thousands of people are out there in the market right now that will buy your solution, that need your solution, and that will buy it if it's presented to them. All right, so why do people buy? One, they know you. Logically, they cannot buy from you if they do not know you. There is someone out there that would buy your service in a heartbeat. They would literally give you their credit card at you, but they don't know who you are. So logically, if they do not know you, they cannot buy from you. Pretty obvious. 2 is that they trust you. A lot of people know you, but they don't trust you. If someone declines your service, right? It's a good fit, it sounds good, but they decline your service, it's most likely about trust because money is not always the issue. Money is just a shallow objection. It's they do not trust you. I guarantee you, if you're selling something that other people need, money will not be an issue because they need it that bad, right? If they do not give you the money and they do not go with your service on some level or another, they do not trust that you can fulfill and make them their money back, all right? So people have to know you logically. When people know you, they have to trust you. And this is where the AI content funnel comes into play. This is the exact funnel we use for ourselves and our partners to generate $100,000 in the past 120 days, guys. It works very well. It starts with YouTube content strategy, then it moves on to the AI content infrastructure, and then into conversion mechanisms. This is very slept on. This is turning views into leads. Unless you want to be Mr. Beast or Kim Kardashian or a celebrity, we want to turn views into leads. We are business owners that lead with content. We are not content creators necessarily. We are not celebrities. All right. So this is what happens. And this is actually where 80% of the results come from. It's YouTube content strategy. All right. So we're going to solve people knowing you and people trusting you with YouTube alone. Reach and attention is number 1. So if people, again, don't know you, they can't buy from you. We're able to reach 180 people new every single day. Imagine 180 new people seeing you every single day and what you have to offer. No ads, no outreach, no referrals, nothing like that. 180 new people every single day see our channel and see our offer, right? Which is insanely powerful. That solves for reach and attention. We also leverage AI for more attention. So you can see here in the middle, we repurpose to other platforms depending on our goals at the moment. So we could repurpose Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Shorts, all these other platforms in the sole goal of booking calls. When we book in calls, we make money, we make a lot of it. All right. So that is what we do in terms of AI. So AI comes into play, automation comes into play as well for efficiency. It's the greatest technology to ever exist. You'll be damn sure we're using it. All right. Finally, we bring more top of funnel traffic just by this. Again, reach and attention. You have to get top of funnel traffic. This just means general broad traffic. We have a whole nother video on the content funnel. It'll be linked somewhere up above. Top of funnel, middle of funnel, bottom of funnel, reach and attention. You're solving for the top of the funnel, meaning getting as many eyeballs on your channel and who you are as possible. I mean, 180 new people with a small channel every single day, new people every single day is pretty insane. That video will pop up again in the top right corner. You can watch exactly how that works and how we turn those new people into leads, sales calls, and clients. Number 2, we're solving for people trusting you. All right, so 180 people new, know me a day. How do I get them to trust me? That's the biggest key, right? People know you, great. If people don't buy from you, they mean they don't trust you. And you build trust, again, through YouTube. It is very logical, guys. We're going off of logical assumptions that the more a person watches, the more bought in they are, the more likelihood they become a client. It's all probabilities here, guys. Very simple, explained by this graph. The more someone watches, the more likelihood that they become a client, all right? with Reels or written platforms, for example, Instagram Reels, I'm saying, they would have to watch a few hundred videos or maybe 50 videos for them to truly be nurtured and take that action and becoming a client, especially if you're selling something high ticket. With YouTube, you can enable binge watching, which is the only platform this really exists on, and they could buy in like 3 to 4 videos in one sitting. All right. It's insane what you can do with YouTube that other social media platforms just simply can't compare to because it's long form. If Instagram had long form, then I would be there, but it doesn't. YouTube is the only place that has this, guys. Again, very logical. The more a person watches, the more likelihood they buy. And we're all about probabilities here. If I have to post 1,000 reels and someone has to consume 1,000 reels for them to buy, or I can post a few good YouTube videos, I'm going to go with the YouTube videos. It's more efficient. It's a higher probability that they actually buy from me on that platform. So that's where we are. So you can build trust and get attention through YouTube. It's the only platform that enables that. Reach and attention, I'm not going to just completely dismantle all the social medias. Reels, TikTok are great for reach and attention. They just lack in this regard. Now, why would I go to that platform when I could literally just do it all in one? YouTube is the only place that solves for reach and attention and conversion at the same time. Now, again, we do repurpose other platforms for reach and attention. The reason we're on Instagram and TikTok and we're slowly getting on Facebook and Shorts is because to get reach. And we send that straight to YouTube for nurturing, for building trust, for conversions. All right, that's exactly how reach and trust is built, right? So people now know you because of YouTube and people now trust you because of YouTube. That's why we're on the platform. That's the psychology behind why people buy and why YouTube converts so well. All right. Now, why not Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter? Like I said, the 7-hour rule comes into play. This is like the technical rule behind what I was mentioning. YouTube, to accomplish 7-hour rule, if you don't know what that means, on average, I think Google did a study, it takes about 7 hours of consumed content from a single person for them to actually go ahead and be comfortable with buying. All right. On YouTube, that'll take around 10 videos, right? Maybe less if you could condense that window. On short form, they would have to watch, like I mentioned, hundreds or maybe thousands of your videos, right? Written, just forget about it. People aren't even reading anymore. I don't even know the attention span to read. It's pretty sad. So just forget about it. YouTube is the only place we could accomplish that 7-hour rule in a higher time frame. Not that you can't do it on these other platforms. It is possible, but I'm a probabilities guy. The probabilities are that YouTube videos will convert much better. That's why we're putting all of our attention into YouTube. And again, we've collected 100K through YouTube in 120 days for all of our partners and ourselves, guys. YouTube works and it converts really well, regardless of the size of your audience. Now, again, it's the only platform that watches a binge experience, and you could literally have a stranger consume a bunch of your YouTube videos late at night when they're off of work, and they could be ready to buy in that same sitting. I've done that before. Have you ever just sat down and watched a creator and you're like, this guy is insane. He knows what he's talking about. He's awesome. You consume 5 of his videos, he or she, and then you buy on the spot, like a low ticket product, or you book a sales call. That is how it works, guys. It's the only platform for real binge watching experiences. You most likely have done this before. I've done this before. I've literally bought courses on the spot because I've just watched a bunch of their content and like, this guy or girl knows what they're talking about. Let me go ahead and buy right now. That's exactly how YouTube does it. And this is very hard to accomplish in other socials, right? People need to trust you. People need to know you, trust you, and watch a lot of your content for them to become a customer, and YouTube is the place to be. So that's the psychology behind why this happens, all right? If you don't understand this, if you don't understand why this happens, then you can't necessarily apply it to your business. People need to know you logically to buy from you. People need to trust you when they know you. So that is why YouTube is the best platform for both of these occurrences that must happen. Again, people need to know you and people need to trust you. All right. So number 3 is the AI content funnel. I'm going to break it down a little more in depth here to show you how we use it outside of YouTube. All right. So again, we're mastering YouTube in step 1. Nothing happens without this. Do not continue to step number 2 and 3 if you do not master YouTube. YouTube alone should book you 10 to 30 sales calls a month, right? Minimum. All right. Then you move on to the AI content infrastructure, which is repurposing and then converting attention to clients with VSLs, landing pages, email nurturing, all this other stuff, right? So this is simply using the best technology in the world, AI, and then leveraging automation as well to repurpose and multiply attention. So YouTube, right? I have a bunch of YouTube videos. I just posted actually my 101st YouTube video. I just looked at it. We use all those YouTube videos to convert into other pieces of content, written content and short form content. Now, we're not on all the platforms because that'd be spreading our attention too thin, in my opinion. We're on Instagram, we're on Twitter, and we're on LinkedIn, all right? All the other platforms will slowly get on. But right now we're just focused on these platforms and we're multiplying our attention. I already did the work and created these videos. Now we use AI and automation to efficiently repurpose to other platforms and draw all of that attention back to YouTube. So you can see here, there's 2 dotted lines and there's a few things going on. So we go down to YouTube. That's how we repurpose, we repurpose this way. And then all of our call to actions are back to YouTube. So on my Instagram, the link in the bio is just a YouTube video. On my Twitter, the link in the bio is just a YouTube video. We send all that traffic when we multiply attention back to YouTube so people could trust us, all right? People will know us from these platforms, but again, step number 2 is that people have to trust us. Trust is really only solved on YouTube. So that is our goal there. We're also now messing around with school and sending people there, but this is exactly how we do repurposing in the AI content funnel, right? Again, the more attention, the more money you get. If you acquire attention efficiently, which is what we do, and acquire the right attention, you will not ever struggle with leads, sales calls, and clients. Trust me, guys, it's an attention economy. You can have the best service. No one knows who you are. They will never, ever buy. All right. So you have to be acquiring attention. Do not move on from YouTube if you haven't mastered it. But once you've mastered YouTube and you're posting efficiently and it's getting results, then move on to these other platforms. You can leverage AI and automation to repurpose in an efficient manner and bring all that attention back to YouTube for more attention and more conversions. All right. That's the name of the game here. And it's important to mention that attention is nothing without the intent behind that view, that subscriber, that follower. All right. So we're going to take views. Our goal here is take views and turn them into lead, sales calls, and clients. Again, we do not care about the views. I don't want to be Mr. Beast. He is killing it, but that's a completely different arena. We're business owners that post content for lead, sales calls, and clients. So we have to have a mechanism, a conversion mechanism that turns views into lead, sales calls, and clients. This is the third part of the AI content funnel. You can see here, we talked about YouTube. We talked about AI content infrastructure. Now it's conversion mechanisms. It's turning views into leads, and there's multiple ways you go about this. You honestly have to test and figure out what's worked best for you. There's landing pages, VSLs, automations, opt-ins, lead magnets, websites, copywriting, belief shifting content, and there's more stuff. There's school communities, all this stuff. So you have to test what's best for you. Join a free school community down below, and you can see what we're actually using to go ahead and turn views into clients. It's completely free. Go learn down below. I want to mention belief shifting content. All right. What makes this conversion mechanism process much easier, meaning you turn more views into sales calls, leads, and clients on average, is having belief shifting content. So if you could actually shift beliefs in your content, it makes the conversion much easier. Like they're actually begging to be in your school community. They're begging to hop on a sales call with you, right? These leads. That's what you have to do. Like belief shifting content will make it so much easier. And that's something you have to practice over time. That's what we teach in our partners community, how to actually make content that shifts belief, right? Because if you're selling something, you're trying to help someone, you have to frame it in the way where it's like, I am trying to sell you something that's going to help your life, right? If you're not selling something that's either making people money or saving them time, then what are you doing? Right? Then you can't even make belief shifting content because it's something wrong with your offer. But I'm assuming you're watching this and your offer is making people money or saving them time, which is like the only two things people ever want. You have to frame your content around how you're going to benefit these people's lives, right? For example, YouTube will benefit your life in crazy ways. It changed my life. It's changed our partners' lives. It's made us hundreds of thousands of dollars collectively, and it's changing lives. Like it really is. So I try to emphasize that in my content because I really believe every single person has to be on YouTube and creating content because it's only going to get more competitive in this landscape. And YouTube will set you apart. That's why I'm so passionate about this stuff. I try to shift beliefs in my content and make that conversion much easier. Right. So that's one thing I want to mention. But again, the technical stuff, you have landing pages, VSLs, backend automation, opt-ins, lead magnets, all this other stuff that we'll cover in another video. I actually have a video up here about the 5 best AI conversion mechanisms you can make to turn those views into leads. You can watch that up above right there. So that is number 3, which is the AI content funnel. Next, we have a few mistakes to avoid. Then I'm going to get into how to start ASAP. This stuff is crucial here. I've done it all, guys. I've been posting for about 16 to 18 months at this point. I've made so many mistakes, and I want you to avoid these. And I want you to start ASAP as well. So let's get into some mistakes you have to avoid. The number one mistake I see when working with dozens of other businesses and help them scale using YouTube is people posting without the end goal in mind. This is a huge flaw. Like logically, it doesn't make sense. Why would you post something when you don't have the end goal in mind? What you have to do is work backwards. What is your client? Who is your client? What are they feeling? What are their pain points? What do they literally do? Like, what is their business? How much money are they making? You have to nail in your ICP, then nail in their pain points, and then work backwards. All right. You have to work backwards and work down. I have a whole other video of how to use your client's pain points to come up with videos that should pop up on the screen somewhere. But you have to have an end goal in mind. If you do not have an end goal in mind and you're just posting with no strategy, you're essentially blindfolded. You're just walking around blindfolded. Like it's not going to work. All right. So you have to post with the end goal in mind. Again, work backwards, break down who your ICP is, what would attract them, and then go down from there. All right. Again, I have a whole other video on that. I'm not going to cover that too in depth right now. Next is not starting with long form. A lot of people start with short form or TikTok or written. Guys, the barrier to entry on those platforms is so easy. Like literally any kid now, because kids are pretty smart with technology, can take their phone and record on Instagram. That just floods the market with all this competition and filth. Like it is too much. A lot of people can't hop on YouTube and start creating banger videos, right? So when the barrier to entry is high, you should go for it because there's less competition. Right, so not starting with long form, in my opinion, is a huge mistake. I'm not trying to destroy other people that are on short form. Like short form works, guys. There's people that are making millions through short form. Do you? I'm just thinking long form. The barrier to entry is higher. When something is higher, there's less competition. That's where I want to be. I want to be doing the hard stuff so other people can't compete with me. All right. Number 3 is not having systems. All right. So if you not have systems and you're just relying on your motivation to post, you're never going to post. I've seen it a million times. I've even worked with partners, and when we stop working together, they stop posting because they do not have the systems in place. All right. You have to have a Notion document full of content ideas and a scheduler. You have to have all these things so it makes it easy to post. If you do not have this stuff, again, you will post once or twice when you feel like it. You will never post again because you don't have a schedule. You don't have systems in place to actually make this happen. So you have to have systems and a schedule to make this happen for the long term. Because again, you have to post a lot and consistently to make this happen. So you have to have systems behind your content creation, all right? And team members eventually, like thumbnail designers, editors, stuff like that. If you partner up with us and become our partner, we actually edit and do all the thumbnails. We give you all the systems. If you want to do that, there's a call with me down below. We could talk about that. But not having systems is a flaw, a crucial flaw. And again, not starting today. You have to start today, right? If you don't have systems in place, don't worry about that. Just post that first video now and then build systems around it later. But if you're not starting today, you're at a massive disadvantage to the people that are, and the people that are going to post consistently for the rest of 2025, all right? Not starting today is a huge flaw. Join our free school community down below to keep you motivated to post. We have people posting their first videos in there every single day and people just winning with the free information that we host in our school, all right? Next is how to start ASAP. There's 3 steps here. One is define your ICP. Like I mentioned, you have to work backwards. If you do not know who you're targeting, you cannot make content that targets those people. Who are you targeting? Down to the T. What niche are they in? Where are they located? How much money are they making? What are their pain points? Define your ICP, all right? Come up with 10 content ideas. So use those pain points and just rework them into 10 content ideas. It can be 5, it can be 3. Just do 10. It's not really hard with ChatGPT and stuff like that now. Have 10 content ideas, store them somewhere, and just look at them, all right? Step number 3, start creating your first resource. The resource is something like this. So Miro document, you can see we have dozens of this. I highly recommend you check out my channel. I have dozens of awesome trainings just like this. Free game on how to sign your next 5 clients using YouTube and AI. It's literally all out there on my channel. If you want to consume it and go watch it and implement it is the key. But start creating your first resource. All right, just throw together a Google document, throw together a Gamma document, throw together a Miro board. There's good templates out there, and start creating that first resource because it's probably the hardest part. And once you create that resource, film that resource and post it. It's going to be bad. I understand. It's going to be cringy. I understand. But just film it, edit it a little bit, just cut out the mistakes and post it. All right. Again, this is just for building momentum. The hardest thing for a lot of people starting is just posting that first video, getting over both the mental barrier and the physical challenges of actually like putting together all the resources, finding the tech stack, filming all this stuff. Film and post that first video, guys. Trust me, you're doing your future self a favor and your business a favor. Post that first video. I know these 4 steps are like, oh, duh. Well, no, it's hard, right? That's why people don't do it. Define your ICP, come up with 10 content ideas, take one of those content ideas, create a resource. It can be basic, it can be in depth, film it, just post it. Don't even think about it. Just post it, man. It will do well for you in the future if you continually do it. But the biggest thing, again, is how to start ASAP is just to post that first video, all right? And bonus, we have a free training down below of how you could sign your next 5 clients in 90 days using YouTube and AI. Completely free training. Highly recommend you watch it and implement it. And that's all I have for you guys. That's a 5-step process. That's why this stuff works. It's proof that anyone could do this. The AI content funnel helps you multiply your efforts, especially when you master YouTube. These are some mistakes to avoid. And then that is how to start ASAP. I highly recommend, guys, for the sake of me, if you made it this far, go ahead and post that first video, drop it in the school community. I could give you some feedback on it. If you like this breakdown, you'll love this video, how we collected $100,000 using our AI content infrastructure in 120 days for our clients. Highly recommend you watch that. If not, I'll see you in the free community. Watch the free training to sign your next 5 clients.